ZeroBlockers helps teams maintain the speed and effectiveness of small teams even as they scale. But how does it work? That's where these docs come in. The ZeroBlockers docs are structured in 6 core areas. The first is the framework. This defines the principles that underpin the framework, as well as the core areas of structure, process, funding, governance, alignment for how the framework works and how you can scale it across the organization. The next 5 areas go into detail about each of the 5 different team types and how they work. So let's look at a stream team, see how it's structured. Stream teams are the ones who build the product. They have to uncover the customer problems, decide what to build, validate it, and then build it. So how do they do that? Well, first we define the roles, and then we group the processes into different categories. So we have a category for aligning with the product team. We have continuous discovery for uncovering problems, continuous design for identifying solutions and evaluating them, continuous delivery for building the solutions, and continuous improvement for improving our processes. But let's have a look at how one of these practices works. So for each practice, we define the purpose. Why are we doing this? But then we define the context. And the context is critically important because there are many ways that you can do any particular thing. But the best practice depends on the context of your time. Waterfall is amazing for manufacturing on assembly lines, but it's terrible for software products. That's because of the context. Then we define what are the different ways that you can deliver on this process. So let's have a look at one of these practices. Again, we define goal and context, but we go into detail about what are the inputs we need to have at the start of this practice and what are the artifacts that we have at the end of it. Now, if we look at an artifact, the key thing here is where did it come from? So we can see all of the different processes that will produce this artifact, and we can also see what processes this artifact is being used to feed into as well. We give some information about the format of the artifact and some anti-patterns. And this is the structure that repeats for each of the teams. So if we look at a product team, it's more focused around defining the context for each of the stream teams. So the product team funds and defines the scope for each stream team, and they also define the strategy to give the teams context for what to build, and they staff those teams. Enabling teams, on the other hand, they're more involved with uncovering skill gaps and upskilling people across the teams. They define good practices and promote knowledge sharing across teams, and they identify and assess tools. That is how you can use the ZeroBlockers docs to understand how different teams are structured, why they're structured, how they work, and what artifacts are produced. We hope this will help you improve how you structure and build your products. And if you have any questions, we'd look forward to hearing from you soon.